Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. So at the beginning of the year, I had two creative goals for myself. The first was to document more without taking away from the moment, and the second was to explore into video and film. And I have found over the last few months that the easiest way for me to document these small moments that are happening in my life so I can treasure it forever, but in a creative way, is by producing these small films. So today I thought I would bring you along in how I create one of those small films. All right, so when I'm recording this, it's April 8th. Max and I have a prenatal class. So a couple months ago, maybe like a month ago, I guess, Max and I signed up for a prenatal class. Hopefully they'll teach us, how to care for a baby. And we're about 10 weeks away from introducing her to the world. So I'm really excited about it. And I just wanted to creatively document this moment. So when I'm creating these small films, the nature and complexity of them do change. So some of the small films I create, they are a little bit longer in length. They're like a minute, 2 minutes long. They require more moving parts. They're planned out in advance. An example would be my gender reveal video, where I plan that guy out like a month in advance. And then some of the small films I create, I do it on the go. They're a little bit shorter in length at like 30 seconds long, and then I just create them on my phone. No matter the length and complexity of the film that I'm creating, their sole purpose is always to creatively document or tell a story. So the film that we're going to be creating today is going to be on the shorter side, probably only 30 seconds long. It's going to be on the go. I'm just going to film whatever I want to film that'll kind of tell the story, and I'm probably just going to film it on my phone. And I just want to say there's no shame in using your phone. So majority of the time I'm using my phone to create these small films because A, it's convenient. I always have my phone on me and I don't always feel like whipping out my camera to create these small films. B, editing is also easier. So when I am filming on my camera, I have to move the files from my camera onto my laptop, then onto my phone if I want to edit it on my phone and make it fast, or I can leave it on my computer and edit that way, but I don't always love doing it because I find sometimes editing on the computer when it's such a short film takes me even longer, and I don't always love editing on my computer. And C, the gear doesn't matter. So what's important is the story and the purpose, and as long as that gets through, that's what's important. So the first step when I'm creating these films is just simply defining what the film is about. This just helps when you're also getting your clips because you know what you need to be getting your clips of. And so in this example, this film was about our gender reveal video, and this one, it was about our hike through Mill Creek Regional Park, and then this last one, it was about painting our little girl's nursery. All right, so I'm just heading out to the prenatal class. It's 5 o'clock now and the class starts at 6 o'clock, but I do have a ways to travel. But before we head off to the class, I do want to give you the second step in creating these films. And so after you know obviously what the film is about, your next step is going to be to actually get all of the clips. Now, like I said earlier, sometimes I plan out in advance all of the clips that I want to get, and sometimes I go with the flow. This film is going to be one of those where I'm just going with the flow, capturing what I want to get. But because I'm traveling to somewhere, I do normally like to get two kinds of clips to show and tell part of the story. The first is a transportation shot. So if I'm traveling to somewhere, I like to just show that I'm going to somewhere, so some sort of a transportation shot. Now Max is actually meeting me at the class today, so I'm not going to be able to get the transportation shot today. I'll probably have to get that tomorrow when we go down together. And the second kind of shot is an establishing shot to show where I am. And then during the class, I'm just going to get any kind of shot that I feel will kind of add to the story. And then when I'm filming these clips, a couple things here is one, I'm going to be filming them in 60 frames per second. And that's so I can actually slow any of the clips down by at least 50% in post. The second is I'm going to add as much movement as I can. So I'm not just going to have stationary shots. I'm going to try, doing some side to side movements, maybe some up and down, push in, push outs. And then the third thing is I'm going to, I think, shoot all of the clips horizontally. This is kind of a choice that you have to make whether or not you want to film them vertically or horizontally. If you're going to post to Instagram Reels, and of course vertical might be best, but because this is kind of like a keepsake memory and I'm not sure if I am going to post it to Instagram, I think I'm just going to film all of these horizontally. So yeah, that is the second step when it comes to creating these small films. Hi friends, so it's been a couple of days since the prenatal class. So the prenatal class went Friday evening and then Saturday all day, and it is now Tuesday. So it has been a crazy couple of weeks. I've had so many just like doctor's appointments and baby stuff that I've had to deal with. So baby and I will be taking it easy this afternoon. We're gonna take a very long nap because we did not rest. We did not sleep very well last night. But I wanted to show you the rest of how I create these small films. So typically after the event is over, I have all of the clips, and when I get home, I will edit the video. This can take anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes. It really just depends, but my workflow for how I edit the video on my phone pretty much stays the same. So if I am filming all of the clips on my phone, then I don't have to worry about like moving the files from my computer onto my phone and all of that kind of a thing. So what I'll do is I'll just go in and I'll favorite all of the clips in my camera roll, so I know what clips I want to add to the film and what clips I need to color correct. And when it comes to color correcting, sometimes it gets done within like the editing software that I'm using, and sometimes I'll just use the actual like editing software within your Photos app to color correct. In this example, I'm just going to use the editing software within like the Photos app just to make it easy. But that's kind of like step one. Step two, once I get home, is favorite all of the clips that I want to edit and color correct. So after I've color corrected all of the clips, I can start editing in CapCut. Now CapCut is just an editing app that I use on my phone. There's a lot of different editing apps out there. There's InShot, Adobe Rush, CapCut. CapCut just seems to be my favorite because it's really easy to use and it's got a lot of functionality to it for being a phone app. And now step one with editing in CapCut is to import all of the clips. And so this can take a really long time. For some reason, this took like a super long time to edit or to import all of the clips into CapCut, and I actually ended up having to go back and just import them one at a time. But you're basically going to import all of the clips, and I try when I'm importing them to import them in the order that I want to see the film in. That way I'm not constantly having to move like the film bits around. If like a sequence does go out of whack though, I can easily just move one of the sections over. Step two, after all of the clips are imported, is to rough cut. Now when I'm rough cutting, I'm basically just taking all of the raw clips and I'm just kind of shortening them down to the most important part about the clip or the smoothest part about the clip, and I'm also slowing any of the clips down by 50%. So like I said, when we are filming the clips, I film in 60 frames per second, so I can slow any of the clips down by 50% if I want to. Step three, after I've kind of rough cut everything, is I'll add the music. Now when I'm adding music, I like to get my music from Uppbeat. It's just a copyright-free music source on the internet. It's got a lot of great music, so I'll just go in, I'll find whatever music I want the film to kind of go to, and I'll import the music into CapCut, and I will further cut the clips to the beat of the music. This part probably actually takes the longest because you're trying to match the clips to the beat of the music and without cutting any like important parts or cutting out at a weird time. So this probably takes the longest, but yes, I will edit the clips to the beat of the music, just a personal preference that I like to do. And then step four, after I'm happy with how the clips are looking to the beat of the music, is I'll add text. Now text is optional. You don't have to add text to the films. I just like adding text to my small films just for context sake, especially if there's no talking or there's no voiceover or anything like that. Having text there on the screen is just nice for like a little bit of context. And once I'm happy with how the text is looking, the music is looking, I'm liking how everything is playing out, I'll export it. So that is a quick peek into how I create these small films. So creating small films has just been my favorite, fun, creative way to document these small and big moments that are happening in my life. I really do encourage any of you out there that are also trying to maybe document more of your life to give creating small films a try. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, then hit that like button below and subscribe. Maybe buy me a cup of coffee, and I'll see you in the next video.